Hey, this is Sasha, and welcome to another episode here on Backstage Income, where I share with you how to build and grow a profitable business, more specifically online. Now, in today's episode, what I want to do is share with you how you can create more video content or more content overall when you don't have a lot of time. I know that when you become a parent, when you have kids, your time just gets crunched. I know for me personally, even though we do have some daycare and people that help us out with looking after the kids, you still only have a few hours to work. Let's say, hey, you're getting kids ready for school, you have a couple hours to work, take a lunch break, couple hours to work, and then the kids are back and you have to spend some attention time there. So you might only have 6, 7, 8 hours to work, even though when you were single without kids, you might have 10, 14 hours to work per day, especially if you're a workaholic, you might be working much more. But now, when you have a limited amount of time, or if you're just working a secondary job, there's not a lot of time to get things done. So how do you build a business? How do you create more video content? How do you blog more when you don't have that much time? Well, I'll share with you here in this video. So basically, the way that we've been doing it and the way that I've been looking to try and do this a little bit more so is to go ahead and create more content that's really stemmed and based on documentation. So if we look at, here, I'll show you my YouTube channel real quick, the YouTube channel for Backstage Income. What I've been doing is I created a little bit of a mini channel here, and this mini channel, not a channel, but a mini series that's called Inside Days, and it's basically Inside BSI. So I kind of put them out, I believe every Monday or every Tuesday, and it mixes. I don't always put them out every single week, but I've kind of been starting to play with it, and it just somewhat is a lot easier way to make content. So you can see normally we do kind of the BSI or Backstage Income videos here, and I schedule them in advance. So when I have time to film, I'll pre-schedule those. So you can see right now, actually, we are getting right into February, but I have one that's scheduled for May. So the video won't appear till a lot later. Here you can see this one, I call it Inside BSI. So you can see I've just started doing these, and right here, this is a video right there, Inside BSI. This is the second one. Here's a newsletter marketing automation thing that I did. This one's Inside BSI number 1. That one's number 2. So what I show you is actually me working. It's the documentation part behind it. So in this case, what I needed to do was to go ahead and automate my backup from MailerLite to Google Sheets, which is our newsletter mailing company. So if you want a link to see all the resources I have, check the description or go to our website, backstageincome.com, and check out the resources there. And you can see all the resources that I use. So when you look at this video actually and you play it, it's actually me working. Now I do a quick little intro here, but overall I'm actually doing the setup and the work. I'm documenting what I need to do and getting it done for the actual business and the setup. So you can see, hey, here's me putting in the fields. I'm actually doing the work, doing the setup. And when this is actually done, then it's actually being used within my business. Now I may change it later on, let's say a month down the road, I may change one of the fields, I may add a field, but the initial process right there, I went ahead and just showed it to the audience, which will be released or is actually already released in time. So I kind of also sometimes pre-film those things depending on the workload that I have. So in other words, if you have some documentation that you can do and you can document your life. So for example, people that have parents that are starting a YouTube channel, rather than parenting and talking about parenting kind of in a room without the kids, sometimes what people do on those YouTube channels is they're actually documenting themselves parenting their kids with video cameras, and that way you can see what's going on and what's happening, and they're kind of guiding you on camera as well. So that's a better form if you have kind of a kid channel, a parenting channel that you're going through it. If you're a car salesman and you're trying to go ahead and sell cars, well, it'd be good to document saying, hey, these are the new cars that we have. Not only do you go ahead and have the opportunity to post that on your blog, but as this new truck is coming in with new cars, you also get to explain the process of what's going on and what's happening, or as you're doing the work and doing the paperwork. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic that if you're doing the documentation, it allows you to build that connection with the audience and also film the video and produce more content. So if you're limited on time, give this approach and see if you can find a way that you can document things. You won't be able to document everything just for security, privacy, maybe just the convenience of filming. Some things are just 2 minutes long to be able to take care of something very quick. But overall, if you can find a way to do that, it'll allow you to build and create more content, produce that content, and then eventually spread it, connect to your audience, and then you can convert video content to text, podcast, other forms of content, and continue to evolve and grow your blog, business, online, and content forms. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me in this week's episode. Hope you got a lot out of it. Gives you some things to think about to build, evolve, and grow your blog and online presence. And if you did, be sure to join me on my newsletter list and be part of the Cool Business Club by clicking the link right over here or in the description, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.